whole philosophy behind it, that there's, you know, you're capturing a moment from real life. You know, obviously painting, you're creating the scene yourself, but it's light that's hitting a chemically treated film. But the thing is, it's not really a depiction of reality if you think about it, because it's a moment that has been and gone faster than we can, faster we can see. There was I think there was Roland Barthes used to talk about the definitive moment or something like that. I can't show how much I know about the theory side of things, but it's this kind of thing. It's like a blurring between fantasy and reality. It's surreal because it's a moment that was lost and we may never have been able to comprehend, but it's been captured on a piece of film. I saw a picture, I saw an imprint of a boot in mud, took a picture of that, but because it's like, I saw that and I was like, wow, there's something interesting about it, kind of like it matched a lot of philosophies I'd had before and stuff like that. If photography was the religion that had the right philosophy for me, I would become a photographerist, or photographyism or something like that. That'd be the name, if that was the name of the religion that had the best philosophy for me, then it does. It's just my philosophy ties in perfectly with Satanism, so it is a Satanist principle I follow. It came with age, basically. I can say, when I first got into it, I was 15, something like that. So obviously through the situation never changed. I was still a loser to the losers up until like the second year of university. So I mean that my situation never changed, but my attitude did. When I started becoming more and more mature, I was like, well, hang on. I kind of started thinking, it was like, well, hang on. I didn't want to be a Christian, so I became Satanist because it's the most perverse thing to it. It's a diametrically opposed kind of ideal. But the thing is, if I hate the idea of worshipping a god, why am I a theistic Satanist? That's the thing that gets me about a lot of people that say they are, because that's devil worship. That's bullshit. That's not Satanism. The idea of worshipping this entity is kind of like it's like me worshipping Gimli or something like that from Lord of the Rings. It's like. What's the point? I'm worshipping a fictional character. Well, Satanism's it's not about worshipping any kind of non-existent, non-physical deity at all. That's the great thing about it. It's about living your life to the best that you can, living for you and making your life as good as you can possibly manage. There's obviously things around it, like there's alright, okay. You can't harm people unless they've done something to you. That goes without saying, doesn't it? It's like hurting someone unjustly is evil. That is a true definition of evil. But yeah, it's kind of like it's the whole idea of kind of making your life the best that it can. It kind of appeals to me because that's technically what life should be anyway. I'm not waiting to see what happens in the afterlife. As far as I'm concerned, there is no afterlife. Well, my family's all Christian, so obviously there's a bit of conflict there. But the thing is, I tried to explain it to them so many times, but obviously because they've got their their preconceived notions of what evil is, rather than looking at the true definition of evil and finding out for themselves, they're kind of just going by what the Bible tells them to. So obviously my beliefs now are evil. Obviously they're not kind of disowning me or anything like that. They're still being like good parents they were when I was Christian, but the thing is, it's they don't accept it, and they kind of they still constantly try and talk me out of it and stuff like that. But each their own. That's what's the only thing. I would accept theirs if they would just accept mine. I used to repress kind of any thoughts of doubt about whether there's God or anything like that when I was a Christian, but now it's just like, well, yeah, so what? That's how I think. There's no threat of burning in hell or anything like that.
you know, I firmly believe that if there is a hell, I'm going there, but I really don't care. I mean, they can't. These people threaten you with their torture and what's happened if you'll be bad. But the thing is, if you're not a Christian, then it really means nothing to you. So what kind of? I mean, that's another one of the reasons why they changed, because of like the preachers. You know what I mean? You know, the hellfire preachers and stuff like that, and they're forcing people to be Christians and stuff. Where, you know, I know that it says in the Bible, I know for a fact it says in the Bible that God gives us a choice. You know, God gave us free will. So it's like free will to do whatever the hell we tell you to do. They're all about living for, you know, waiting for heaven. That was the thing that annoyed me so much. It was about waiting for something. You know, people spend their whole lives trying to do the best that they could according to this book that was written by men, not God. You know, and they would be living life through that, waiting for heaven, instead of living life now and enjoying what we got. Who the fuck knows whether there's a heaven? It's just this blind faith. So they live the whole life just waiting for this, instead of kind of doing the best that they can for the life that they've got. And that's the whole point of Satanism. It's kind of living your life now. If there's a hell, then fuck it, you know, we might be going there, but it doesn't matter, because there probably isn't. And, you know, the important thing is about the life that you're living at this moment in time. I am breathing now, so I will make the most of that. 56, there we go.
As far as I'm concerned, there is no afterlife. This is life. So why spend all of this waiting for something that might not happen?